All right, good morning, boys. What is up? Today is Thursday, October 23rd. Made around $2,000 today trading the Nasdaq. I only traded funded accounts. I did not trade any personal accounts. Why is that? I was not confident enough in any trade to actually trade live funds today. I wanted the market to push lower today. Why did I want the market to push lower? Here, I did take a long. You can see it here. Made around 500 per account on Tradeify. If we look at Nasdaq, we could see. Obviously, we tapped into a daily FEG and a daily order block. Now, I obviously wanted to be bullish. I wanted to see price tap into this order block and push higher overnight. However, that's not what we did. Overnight, we tapped into the 4-hour, rejected it, pushed lower. You see, if price came into this order block and respected this gap and pushed higher like this overnight, I would have been bullish coming to market open to all-time highs. But instead, we got a dump. Now, we did make an SMT at these lows. If you look here, Nasdaq took these lows. ES did not take those lows. So we did have a bullish SMT holding price up. I do understand why price was bullish. If you look at the daily, you can see daily order block, hourly SMT, which is also a 4-hour SMT, as well as a, right here, you can see we got a 15-minute order block here that price respected pre-market. Are those Asian lows? Alright, so we got an SMT at Asian lows. We'll move to the upside right here. Created an order block. We tapped into it, pushed higher. Here's the tricky part for me. I saw us projecting this hourly FEG, and then I saw us create a 5-minute while rejecting that hourly. So I was very bearish. I wanted price to reject this 5-minute gap or this 5-minute order block right here, right? The last move to the upside before they moved to the downside, but we did neither. So once we closed above, I was somewhat looking for longs. I figured, all right, we have an SMT at the low, and we're clearly respecting an order block. Let's see what price wants to do. So I mark out our nearest draws on liquidity. Midnight open, London highs, and an unfilled hourly FEG right here. If you look right here, unfilled hourly gap. Why does price move? To fill EQ of a range, to fill an imbalance, or to take out buy side or sell side, right? Balance or sell side, key open, and imbalance, right? So my target for now is this hourly unfilled. Why is this my target for now? Because that is a potential place that price might reverse from, right? So the way I trade this is if price trades above this and retraces and pushes higher, I'll be looking for the next target. If price pushes higher and lower and then higher, I'll look for the next target, which is exactly what happened, right? So here, coming into market open, there's a 5-minute unfilled below us. So at this point in time, I'm like, all right, look, if we tap into this 5-minute, there's 2 of them, that's why I marked it out this way. I was like, if we tap into this 5-minute, I'm open to longs. We edged it by like a tick. But what we did do was respect a couple of order blocks. On top of that, I think there was a 3-minute gap. 2-minute gap, yeah. So there was a 2-minute gap, which obviously is not what I want. I want a 5-minute, hence why I didn't take this candle closure, you'll see now. And a 15-minute order block, right? So if we tapped into the 5-minute and a 15-minute order block and got a candle closure higher, I would have been very open for longs. But also the fact that the hourly was bearish, right? I'm not going to go against the trend when it comes to live funds. So obviously, tap into the 15-minute order block. Minute order block. I got like 1-minute order block. Let me delete this shit. Hold up. All right, 1-minute order block, 15-minute order block, 2-minute gap. I want this 5-minute gap down here. We don't tap into it. We push higher, right? We close higher. We make this an order block, right? So now this is a order block. Why? We close above the body's closure, right? We close above right here. Price retraces into it. Candle closure above. I enter in long right here. Stops below this low. This was a negative RR. I was risking like 550 to make 500. So it was essentially a 1-to-1, but not technically. I don't really care for that. Stops below low. TP was right here at the hourly unfilled, as well as all this low resistance liquidity. This is a great take profit or a great break even point if you wanted to target midnight open or if you wanted to target London highs. The only issue with this trade was ES was trading far, far above Nasdaq. So if you were to target, realistically, the only S&P to care about is one on London highs, which is all the way up there. You can see ES took that at 944. Let's take a look at 944 on Nasdaq where we are trading. Right here. We're literally trading into midnight open. Right? That's why I was very sketched out by shorts or by longs, was because I figured price actually might have wanted to push lower and we were just manipulating higher before the actual move to the downside, right? Fortunately, my bias today was wrong. Did I still come out green? Yeah, I made like $2,500, but I'm not upset about it. I obviously shorts would have played out much nicer in my opinion. You have all the sell side resting below you, right? 4 hour getting respected. You get a 1 hour here. 15-minute was bearish. That's why I was very weirded out by longs. Obviously, 15-minute turned bullish in the last like 5 minutes of market open. Also, what I didn't like, there's not a single retrace on the higher time frame, or 5 minute isn't even considered the higher time frame, and there's not a single retrace in sight. We might get one right now to target God knows what, right? But if you look here, if we tap into this 5 minute gap, would have been nice. This 5 minute gap, this 5 minute gap. We just keep pumping on the 1 minute. Right? You can see a common theme today. No retrace. So if you guys have any questions about this trade, I took it on Tradeify. Let me pull that shit up again right here. Tradeify Instant Fundings, I highly recommend them. Great prop firm. If you guys are going to get use a prop firm, obviously, use my code and support me. I would love that. I'll leave a link to that in the description for you guys. Any questions about today? I'll try to go over a little bit more because I feel like that was a little bit of a vague answer. But yeah, again, straight is based off a candle closure above this swing high right here creates an order block, right? Same thing here. Swing high, candle closure above, order block. Swing high, candle closure above, order block. Tap into it, push higher. Tap into it, push higher. What was aligned with a 15-minute order block? A 2 minute gap. There's also a 5 minute gap, 2 5 minute gaps actually. 1, 2, resting below you, which would have been perfect for price to tap into. I would have loved that. I figured maybe price wants to push lower if we're actually bullish, because we want to retrace into a prominent gap. But instead, we just rejected the 15-minute order block in the same candle. Crazy volatility there. Pushed higher. A valid entry. This is a risky entry. I wouldn't say it's the most valid entry. A few of my students took it, and it's risky. It is riskier. It's not bad at all because you are getting confirmation, but it is riskier, right? You can target the hourly unfilled right there, and you go break even at this internal high, just like I teach in the Discord. You can enter here, stops below the low. Why stops below the low? What makes this low so important? When the candle closure above the swing high makes this a order block. When you create an order block, that is a good entry because you have a protected stop. So you see how price literally reacts off it. The next candle opens lower into it and then pushes higher, stops below this low, right? Honestly, pretty clear draw once we close above these highs. I was not open to shorts whatsoever after we rejected this order block. I just did want to see a 5 minute FEG be respected. But overall, wrong bias coming to market open. I was bearish. We adapted and we still made bread. Nothing to be upset about. But yeah. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment them. I will be there to answer. Like I said, code ALE for Tradeify and Alpha Futures accounts. They are set to give you guys the best discounts. Oh, Alpha Future flash sale, by the way. I'm cold as fuck. My room's like 67, 68 degrees right now. Alpha Futures doing a flash sale because of the software Project X went down. So if you guys want 30% off all accounts, I would 100% recommend it. They've never been that much off sale. You can literally get accounts for like $50, no activation fee. So go take advantage of that. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you boys tomorrow. Peace out.